Yeah, we would have guys come out to a job and they wouldn't make it 2 hours.
Yeah.
Jimmy and them would cam
Well, I
them.
mean, it's like Melvin. He would send temporaries out to me when we got real busy. And I mean, there's times I say, call him, come get him. He said, can you make the day? I said, yeah, you make the day. I said, send me somebody else tomorrow. I said, I ain't putting up with this. So he sent one guy out there. I said, come get him. He said, can you make the day? And I said, no, he can't make the day. I said, come get him. You know, and that's something that we just didn't, we didn't put up with nothing. I mean, we out there to work, out there, you know, help each other, take care of business.
I thought they were terrible. Like the first week, first month till I worked here, maybe 6 months, I thought, man, these people are cruel. You know, they're terrible. But the reason they were doing it was because you couldn't be out on a job. It might be dangerous for them to be with you. And so if you weren't in it, you know, if your head wasn't in the game, they'd lighten that dude up every day.
Sometimes, you know, it may take 3 or 4 different people before you find that one that say, I can teach him. You know, he's willing to learn, you know.
One day I come in and I was coming down Brick Church Pike and we're about a half mile from the job. And there was a wreck and there's a wrecker backing up, pulling the car out. I could see Bubba's truck, like 10 trucks in front of me, 10 cars in front of me. I was behind, I was like, I'm gonna be late. And I seen Bubba and I was like, oh good, Bubba's in this too, you know. He because if it didn't matter what you told him, if you told him you wrecked, if you told them you were pulling somebody out of a fire, they didn't care. They'd be on you all day. So I was like, man, Bubba's in this, he's caught up in too. Well, a wrecker pulled up and they let enough people to go by to let the wrecker back in. And Bubba and like 3 cars or 4 cars took off and they made the rest of us wait. So I was still stuck. I'm still thinking I'm good. Well, I get to the job and I'm only like 5 minutes late, you know. I'm only like 5-10 minutes past Bubba, you know, behind Bubba. I get there and man, he starts lighting me up first thing. I'm like, dude, you were in the wreck. He goes, I don't care. I made it. You still did. And it was all day long. And he would go around to everybody like, hey man, this is Junior. He's my helper. He thinks he can show up when he wants to.
You know, back then it was more, you know, you was with your family working.
Yeah.
You was there to provide. So,
yeah.
And I mean, that was the main thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you would try to be with them as much as you could, but they knew that, you know, we needed the money back then. I mean, we weren't making $250 plus tips. You know?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I would take my kids to ball practice and stuff like that in the evenings. You know, I'd get to do that most time. And what we were taught by Jimmy and them, your job is take care of your family.
However you can.
You know, make that money, take care of your family. And so when I started working here, I was working around guys that had nice homes. Taught me about paying bills, handling bank accounts, you know, things like that. Like, those guys will like mentor you. Not try to. They would just see you doing something stupid, you know, like getting tickets or whatever you were doing stupid, and they would mentor you and try to tell you how to do things the right way. And you know how everybody, you hear people talk about finding their passion? You didn't have that back then. Back then you had to work to provide for your family. That's your job. Yeah. That's my job, to provide for my family. And so you didn't know there was not a lot of opportunity like it is now. You know, that you were lucky to have a job. At least I thought I was lucky to have a good job. And I tried
to teach him. I tried my best.
He taught me probably just like Jimmy taught you.
Exactly.
And I taught Nivens the way Bubba taught me.
Exactly.
Like this was a trade. You know what I mean? Like this is something like in that thing I wrote for William, like this is something that Jimmy, it's his trade and he's passing it down to Bubba. And Bubba's passing it down to me. So Bubba's not going to, if I'm not worth passing it down to, Bubba's not going to mess with me.